Welcome back to another inspiring chapter. This time we explore the life of a dynamic entrepreneur, sharp investor, and visionary businessman. Let's step right into his world. Some stories begin with a single invention or a one-time stroke of luck, but this is not one of those stories. This is the journey of a man who turned investing itself into an art form. A man whose decisions not only built fortunes, but changed how the world communicates, moves, and even dreams of the future. He is bold enough to buy thousands of seized bitcoins when most people dismiss them as worthless, confident enough to stand by entrepreneurs who faltered, and restless enough to try to redraw the map of an entire U.S. state. His name is Timothy Cook Draper, and his story is both unpredictable and unforgettable. Tim Draper was born on June 11, 1958, into a family where investing and public service were more than professions. They were legacies. His grandfather, William Henry Draper Jr., founded Draper, Gaither and Anderson, one of the first venture capital firms, and served as the inaugural U.S. ambassador to NATO. His father, William Henry Draper III, carried the mantle forward, founding Draper Johnson Investment Company and serving as chairman and president of the Export-Import Bank of the United States. Even his sister, Polly Draper, found fame in the arts as an actress. From the start, young Timothy was destined to inherit a tradition of ambition that went far beyond ordinary careers. Tim's schooling reflected both privilege and perseverance. He first attended Phillips Academy, Andover, a place known for shaping future leaders. Then came Stanford University, where he earned a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering in 1980. But Tim didn't stop at textbooks. While at Stanford, he interned at Hewlett-Packard as a marketing engineer and gained national attention for co-creating Stanford the Game, a playful board game he designed with classmate Heidi Roizen. Even then, Draper had a knack for turning ideas into reality. Seeking more, he enrolled at Harvard Business School, earning an MBA in 1984. By then, he had both technical skills and business acumen, a powerful combination that would soon define his style of investing. In 1985, Draper stepped away from a promising role at Alex Brown's Sons to strike out on his own. It was a bold gamble, but bold gambles would become his trademark. Soon, alongside John H. Fisher and later Steve Jurvetson, he co-founded Draper Fisher Jurvetson, DFJ, a firm that would rise to the top of Silicon Valley's venture capital ecosystem. One of Draper's earliest big wins was Hotmail, the pioneering email service. But what truly cemented his reputation was his viral marketing idea. Draper suggested adding a small message at the bottom of every Hotmail email. Get your free email at Hotmail. A move that turned every user into a marketer. It was simple, brilliant, and revolutionary. Viral marketing is now standard practice, but Draper was the first to see its power. Unlike many investors who focused narrowly on Silicon Valley, Draper saw the world as his playground. Through DFJ of Planet, he invested in Baidu, China's answer to Google. This bold bet on a then-emerging market paid off spectacularly, proving Draper's willingness to go where others hesitated. The list of Draper's early bets reads like the foundation of modern innovation. Skype, Tesla, SpaceX, AngelList, SolarCity, Ring, Twitter, DocuSign, Coinbase, Robinhood, Twitch, Cruise Automation, Pretty Litter, Focus Media, Ancestry.com. Each had its own story. His Tesla and SpaceX investments tied him to Elon Musk's revolution in both electric cars and private spaceflight. His investment in Twitch, later sold to Amazon for $1 billion, led to a memorable ride with founder Kyle Vogt in a self-driving cruise automation car. A ride that almost crashed but convinced Draper to invest. General Motors later bought Cruise for another billion-dollar deal. In 2014, Draper took one of the boldest steps of his career. The U.S. Marshal Service auctioned off Bitcoins seized from the Silk Road black market, and Draper bought nearly 30,000 of them for $18.7 million, at just $632 per coin. At the time, critics mocked him, but Draper's conviction in cryptocurrency was unshakable. He later purchased more, eventually owning as many as 50,000 Bitcoins. His stance was clear. He believed his Bitcoins were safer than dollars in the bank. This wasn't just speculation. It was faith in a decentralized future. Draper became one of Bitcoin's loudest evangelists, pouring money into over 50 crypto companies, including Coinbase and Tesos. His fortune in crypto alone cemented him among the world's wealthiest cryptocurrency owners. Not all of Draper's bets paid off. He was among the early supporters of Theranos, the infamous blood testing startup led by Elizabeth Holmes. When the company collapsed amid fraud charges, Draper stood by Holmes longer than most, defending her against accusations. Similarly, his involvement in the Tesos Foundation embroiled him in legal disputes, as the rapid rise of Bitcoin created tension among investors. Yet Draper's resilience stood out. He embraced failure as part of the entrepreneurial adventure. Tim Draper is more than an investor. He's a public advocate for free markets and bold ideas. In 2000, he spent $20 million backing a school voucher initiative, a fight he ultimately lost. He also made headlines in 2014 with his proposal to split California into 6 smaller states. The idea failed to reach the ballot, but Draper returned in 2018 with a new plan to divide California into 3 states. This time it qualified for the ballot, only to be blocked by the state Supreme Court. In 2013, Draper launched one of his most unconventional projects, the Draper University of Heroes, located in San Mateo, California. The institution offers crash courses in entrepreneurship, blending rigorous training with Draper's own flair for risk-taking and creativity. Students are encouraged to be heroes, to think beyond limits, and to challenge conventions. He also founded nonprofits like BizWorld, teaching kids the basics of business, and Innovate Your State, aimed at improving governance through fresh ideas. Draper even authored books, How to Be the Startup Hero, 2017, and When a Venture Capitalist Enters California's Political Matrix, 2018, combining personal lessons with political vision. Entrepreneurship runs in the family. Tim's children, Adam, Jesse, and Billy Draper, each manage their own venture capital firms. Boost VC, Halogen VC, and Path Ventures. It's a 4th generation of investors, proving the Draper legacy is alive and thriving. Tim Draper is not just a deal maker. Standing tall at 6 feet 4 inches, 193 centimeters, he's an athlete who still plays basketball several times a week, often alongside his son Adam. His competitive spirit extends beyond the boardroom and into every aspect of his life. Draper's charisma and bold predictions have made him a fixture on television, in magazines, and on global stages. He was named Entrepreneur of the World by the World Entrepreneurship Forum and has been ranked among the most powerful figures in both finance and crypto. Even after decades in the game, Draper remains as active as ever. His recent investments include Zest Protocol, BooPass, Citix, the Network State Company, Team Wildfire, WiseCut, KA Imaging, Gravitix, It's Skinny, Xanadu, Zapgo, Globevestor, BlinkTrade, and Zalingo. They span industries from aerospace to food, from financial services to hardware, proof that Draper's curiosity knows no boundaries. Today, more than 3 decades after founding his firm, Tim Draper manages assets worth over $5 billion. His net worth, around $2 billion as of 2024, reflects only part of his influence. What truly matters is his impact, shaping companies that redefined how we connect, travel, trade, and dream. Tim Draper is not just a venture capitalist. He is a visionary who embraces risk, defends freedom, and believes in the power of bold ideas to transform the world. His story is still unfolding, and if history is any guide, the next chapter will be as surprising as the last.